Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and welcome to November. On November 1st, a Scorpio new moon at 9 degrees conjuncts the Sun and happens in your 10th house of career, fame, title, father figures, government, and fame, and also the legacy that you wish to leave behind. You could have a new beginning in that house, a new beginning career, starting a new career with the help of a powerful person in authority. If you have Scorpio planets or placements or an MC anywhere from 4 to 14 degrees, this trines Saturn and Pisces in your second house of bank accounts, but also self-worth. And this can indicate that this new beginning holds the promise of stability. Sorry, I had my notes written and lost everything on my computer, so I had to jot everything down. But with Saturn, who is also your ancient ruler, longevity and wealth can come through your own effort, but will be solid and stable, helping any wounding, if you have any, around being too codependent on a partner's resources. And this is especially true for you, I think, with Pluto entering that first house fully on November 20th, leaving your 12th house, which is also like a house of debts. So you may literally be like shaking or breaking the shackles of debt, having too many bills, or possibly becoming very wealthy with whatever it is that you're trying to start now or thinking about starting now. Some tangible results may start to appear by the Scorpio full moon next May. Mars is the other ruler of your 10th house and is going into your 7th of partnership. And that happens on the 4th. That's your Leo house. So one way this upcoming Mars-Pluto opposition on the 20th could be playing out is that maybe the playing field will start to be evening out, or you are struggling to balance a new career or breakthrough that you're trying to make happen in relation to your title, legacy, and what you want to be known for. But maybe you're having a little bit of difficulty or struggle with a partner, or a partner may be struggling with the new you that you're trying to present out in the world. You could also just be devoted to work, and so much so that a partner feels demanding or you feel like they're crowding your space. And this is causing a clash or a struggle until January, when Mars will retrograde back into Cancer in your 6th house of health. But it will cross this point again in April before fully moving on. How can you deal with this? Well, first of all, this mostly affects Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising from 0 to 7 degrees. And if this isn't a partner in love, it can also be like business or the public that you're dealing with. Lean into Uranus for solutions, who is sitting over there in the 4th house, who is trying to help create like new ways of getting along in the home, new ways of seeing things, possibly like a new home or changes in the home that will benefit you and a partner. But also Neptune is trying to help out and is the sign of deep compassion and empathy, and is sitting over there in your 2nd house of immediate family. Also on the same day, the 20th, there's a Saturn-Venus sextile that is happening. And I always look to, like, when there is a hard aspect, like an opposition or a square, you look to a planet that's being positively aspected, or you look to whatever is good and flowing as far as energy goes on that day. And Venus sextile Saturn is a beautiful aspect that is happening. And not to mention, Saturn is your ancient ruler. Let's see. And Venus is over in Capricorn. Venus moves into Capricorn on the 11th to that 12th house of spirituality, rest and seclusion, foreign shores, maybe long-distance trip or a time of rest or seclusion is what might be in the cards for you and a partner, and can also help out with this opposition. But also just rest away, like an Airbnb. If you can do that, it might be a good way to handle this energy. The focus will definitely be on like a stable, secure love, or securing your current love relationship and partnership, as Saturn lends to like stability, and Venus, we're talking about love. Again, this time that this Venus-Saturn sextile can be felt and helpful and beneficial, especially with this opposition going on, is anywhere from November 18th all the way to the 26th. There can also be like a sudden opportunity to get away, and I think you should take it if you can. Just remember, Mercury is in shadow and will go full retro on November 26th. So get that travel insurance and receipts, gift receipts, extra mail insurance, check your vehicles if you're traveling by car, get your documents signed, all of that good stuff. Any kind of receipts for education courses, as Sagittarius rolls over education and travel. By November 8th, I would say. And if you can't do so, by the 8th, then I would look to January 2nd as the next date to use. Mercury moves into Sagittarius on the 2nd and into your 11th house, trining over to the North Node over in your 3rd Aries house. So again, I think there can be some kind of healing or fated healing messages that are coming through that 11th house of friends and social networks, internet, email message maybe you get through the internet, or a fated idea comes through for a novel or a business idea. The sun will also head into your Sagittarius 11th house on the 21st. Again, there's just that really strong focus of Sagittarian energy in that 11th house, beaming over to your 3rd Aries house with the North Node first. These connections will be made, and then Chiron, really trying to heal some kind of 3rd house story in relation to like who your friends are. Maybe a new fated neighborhood could come into play. You could get tipped off on a good place for you to move. Again, I talked about those communication ideas and projects. Maybe you're also partnering with people from your local community on a humanitarian project that is like some new fated, meant to be type of project that you would be embarking on, possibly leading with Pluto going into your 1st house. It could also be a fated person or friend who comes into your life around this time. The full moon on November 15th happens in Taurus at 24 degrees and conjuncts Uranus, but also a fixed star called Algol, a star that has pretty negative connotations and is tied to beheading, but the star can also be a star of great wealth. And this is happening in your 4th house of home and family. Fourth house also covers like our ancestral roots and conditioning, for better or worse, our family patterns, motherhood, etc. This is being opposed by the sun in your 10th house, showing something may come up at home and demand all of your attention. And it takes away from some career spotlight or happy career news that you may receive at this time. The good news is that your ruler Uranus is receiving support from Pluto, who is about to enter your sign by the 20th for good. So whatever change is happening or completing in that 4th house area, you will ultimately benefit from, or you might be the one making the needed changes in the home, but at the same time using compassion and empathy is the way forward, especially if it's with a family member who is struggling. Neptune is here trying to help, giving you that like compassionate and empathetic lens to look through. This is hilarious. I've had to stop this so many times. I was just interrupted by one of my family members, my child. Okay, so Venus rules this moon. Venus rules Taurus and is sitting over there in that 12th house of rest, seclusion, secrets, undoing behaviors, foreign currency, faraway travel, etc. She will soon, I already mentioned the sextile. She'll sextile Saturn from the 18th to the 26th. That 2nd house of bank accounts, but also immediate family. If I didn't mention it before, Venus can be over here trying to heal or stabilize or make secure new beginnings in your immediate family, maybe through like a foreigner. There can be like a foreign doctor or therapist if one is needed, or through foreign travel or a hospitalization if that is needed, leading to a better outcome and one that will last because, again, this is a positive sextile that is happening, but it would show results maybe more with time, or things will get better with time. On a lighter note, this full moon could be completing a story around your renovations, or even be moving for a career, or maybe it's somewhere far away. But Venus moving into a sextile with Saturn could look like a stable new income being set up, or you're not moving, but that you may begin working from home due to maybe like a foreign country buyout of your business or where you work. Anyway, let me know how all of this works out for you, Aquarius. Stay safe out there. If you live in the United States and we're going into election season, I don't need to explain it too much, but with a Mars-Pluto opposition, I would stay away from large crowds. I don't want to scare anyone. I'm just saying to be safe. There are some positive things happening to this opposition, and I would say lean into that, and we'll see you in December.